listening to Retro Station, a retro game podcast. What do vampires and the hosts of this podcast have in common? They all suck.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Retro Station, a retro game podcast. I'm David.
I'm Hilary.
And I'm Stephen.
And this is the second time we're trying to record this because I forgot to record on the audio or something. Yeah. So anyway, we didn't get that far in, but I'm very agitated with myself. So, so if you hear me growling, snarling, or crying during this, it's because I'm frustrated with myself. But for the episode today, we're going to be talking about Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver for the PlayStation. Before we get to that, Hilary, did you play anything?
No, I'm very busy right now. I have 2 big shows coming up, and I have 5 boxes of fabric coming in tomorrow for me to sew up for my show that's a little more than 3 weeks away. So I think I did the math, and I have it'd take me four weeks to sew everything up. So
you got kids.
Yeah.
Child labor.
Child labor. That's a very positive way to look at it. Don't look at it as a distraction from work. Look at it as free labor. Brilliant. Yeah, put those kids to work. Okay.
Have you seen, what is it? Billy Madison? No, Happy Gilmore. Today we have arts and crafts time. Because you do homeschool, you might as well have arts and crafts time.
This is brilliant.
I did printed stuff, so I pretty much just have to cut it online. So.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, go do it. That'd be fine. We'll go well. Awesome. Better than me. I'll fuck it all up. Yeah, I'll fuck it all up. It just, yeah. So you didn't play anything, huh?
Just this game, yeah.
Okay, all right. Makes me you don't think playing a random game is more important than your show
your
you're
business
trying to make money at? Wow, weird. All right, fine. What about you, Steve? What do you play?
I played some games. I played a little bit of a phone game called Mr. Autofire, where you can it's like a platformer. There's very small levels, platformer Contra type thing, where you have a guy, he bounces around and he tries to shoot things, avoids getting shot, and then you get experience points for however many enemies you kill within a certain level. Once you kill the people in the level, they unlocks the next level. And then there's stages that usually have 30 levels in them, and I'm coming to find out that the stages are not set in order for that level. They can be randomized around. And so depending on which stage you get at a certain point can make it harder or easier. So that's pretty fun for RNG. But when you level up, you get certain perks. You get a choice of 3 different perks. They could be homing shots. They could be poison, fire, ice shots. They could be something that triggers on the death of an enemy, so they blow up and hit the things around them. So that's a fun little game that I usually play while I'm in the pickup line to pick up the kids from school. And then also I've played a few things on Roblox with the kid. I don't know that the girls are playing, but yeah, Vinny, we played, I think it's called Racket Rivals. It's like a tennis game, probably similar to the new Mario Fever tennis, the way I described it the first time, where it's essentially, it's not tennis, I guess, it's badminton, where you have to hit the birdie back and forth, you miss it, you get a point, the usual. Everyone's played badminton in, second grade PE. And, but you do get a dash, you can jump, you can set it up to yourself before hitting it. But then you get special perks. So the one that I start out with is an ice perk where you can freeze the birdie in place. That way it gives you time to move over to it and then hit it. I'm assuming you get different coins or some sort of leveling up. The more you play, the more you win, and it'll unlock other perks, and I'm assuming you get to choose one. I wasn't sure the cooldown time because I don't think I ever got to use the freeze the birdie thing more than once in the game.
Yeah.
But Vinny's was that you could turn invisible, I think, and then you wouldn't know where he was, except that you'd see the birdie get hit back.
Huh.
And then I think one of his friends he was talking about had one where you can like teleport right to the birdie, which seems pretty cool.
Yeah.
Considering some of them, depending on where they hit it, is pretty hard to get to,
I bet.
especially on a phone.
Yeah.
Vinny also had me try a Five Nights at Freddy's security breach game that he bought for himself for Steam. And he was getting a little frustrated on, I think it's called the daycare level, where you have Son. Seems just like a friendly guy. He picks you up, hugs you, and moves you to the place. And but once you grab your flashlight and badge, I guess, then the lights come off and he turns into... I'm assuming he turns into Moon.
Yeah.
I don't know the lore, but Moon is not a nice guy. Apparently he's someone that can kill you. And so you have to like cause distractions and go through what looks like a discovery zone.
Yeah. It's very similar to...
I don't know if those were all over the US,
no
but
idea.
they're definitely near us.
It's like a giant play area.
Yeah.
Crawl through ball pits and stuff.
Yeah, like a McDonald's play place type thing, but giant. And you have to find generators that were put in there for some reason. It's a daycare with generators. But yeah, it's like almost pitch black. You get a flashlight that you can like turn on every so often. Luckily, the wires, I guess, are glowing. I got 2 out of maybe 4 or 5.
I think it's 5.
5 before I got caught. I think the problem that he has is the jump scares get to him. So,
that makes it tough.
Yeah. So he's always in the back of his mind, like worried about getting jump scared. But I don't know. I feel like after you get jump scared once, it's like, meh.
Yeah. It's pretty jarring because it like super zooms in on like the bad guys.
Oh yeah. I mean, like,
yeah.
I mean, I'd be playing that in the dark, pitch black.
Yeah. That's the way to do this.
Yeah.
If you can.
Otherwise, I think that was it for Roblox games. And then for more serious games, I did get suckered in by the Steam sale. A stupid countdown and 60% off games and whatnot.
It's tough.
I didn't branch out. I didn't get anything new. I got something that surprisingly I've already beaten before. So I got Triangle Strategy, and it was 60% off, so $23.99. Not too bad. Very similar to like your Vandal Hearts. You're actually probably more towards Vandal Hearts, but the Final Fantasy Tactics Advance. All the characters that you meet in the game are unique. You don't have any generic job classes that you can go through. Every character has level unlocks as well as a skill tree that you can purchase from by getting certain items or gold or both, which really makes you think about the groups that you want moving forward. Obviously, you can play this game infinitely to max level everybody, and the story mode will get harder with you. But I know in like the first playthrough, it is very much like, who do I want in my team? Where do I want to put my points? Where do I want to spend my specialty items on and things like that? It's very action point based. So you can skip your turns or do generic actions like items or regular attacks to build up your action points. I think 5 or 6 is the max. And then your different skills that you have from your skill tree or your level ups will do stronger AoE type warping different things. So you have to manage your action economy to do those. There are also support characters that can give other people action points. There are, you get like a deck of cards that you can purchase from. where you have a certain amount of, you have to purchase your skill points. And then each card has like 1 to 3 skill points that it needs. And if you play it, you can like, okay, now choose someone and they get a turn right after yours. Or choose someone, they get their action bar filled, or things like that. There's a lot of choices in this game where you talk to people and it'll give you 3 or 4 different talking points. And depending on that, it changes your conviction, which changes who you can recruit. At certain times, you go and talk to all of your people in your castle, and you try to sway them to choose whatever route you want to take. There's multiple routes through this game, which then depends on who you recruit. But luckily, you can go back and take all the different routes to eventually get everybody.
Nice.
I think the one downside I would say is if you do like the more battle mechanics of the tactics games, like I would probably recommend Ogre Battles or Final Fantasy Tactics type games, because those ones you do have a lot more battling. Whereas this one, I think I played for a little over an hour since I got it. And I've maybe had 1 encounter, maybe 2. I don't know. But you can get to a point, like one night I just sat there and luckily it has voice acting, and it has like an auto button where it'll just play. And you could fast forward or skip if you wanted to, if you've, done the route before and whatnot. But since I was replaying it after, I think almost a year, I just listened to the story. But I think one night I played for like 30 minutes and it was just story. And I think the next part that I go to is also going to be story before I get to another thing. There's like, I think 20 something chapters in this, and each chapter has 1 to 2 battles. So pretty limited on the battling, but you can unlock part of the encampment where you can do generic battles that you played before-ish.
That's cool.
Yeah. But really fun game. You can customize everyone has their own skill tree, but within those you can customize them. And then there's cool things like you have an ice mage. Well, the ice mage freezes a square. Then the fire mage melts the square. So then you have a puddle of water. And then your electric mage can electrocute, and then it'll hit everybody that's in the water.
That's awesome. I love that kind of thing.
You have someone who can do like a rain dance, who like puts random water all over the area, the map, and then you can have your lightning mage just go and go.
That's cool.
So there's a lot of cool things that you can do in this game. But,
nice.
Yeah. And otherwise, I played the game we were supposed to play.
That's good.
The required reading.
Required. You must. I mean, it'd be hard to talk about it if none of us played it. Right. So I guess that makes sense. Of the character, I don't know if you've seen all the characters in the game, because I know you played it before.
I believe I have.
Yeah. Are they all pretty viable, or are there some characters where you're like, this person is trash?
Oh, gosh. That's a good question. I think depending on how you make your teams, that everyone is viable. That being said, I don't think I've played as everyone, and I think there are some that are a little more difficult to learn. Mm-hmm. Like there's one person that you unlock that's just like a robot, but it's like the arithmetic person in
Tactics.
Where it's like random variables that you have to choose from.
Oh, okay.
So I haven't played him much, but there's cool things like you can have like a guy who builds traps or ladders. So let's say you have a high point that nobody could reach, but it's there. You could put a ladder there. Someone could go up, and now they have advantage because they're shooting down.
That's kind of cool.
You can put like a trap where, let's say you're on a bridge, and the enemies cannot see the traps, which is important.
Yeah, that's important.
So you can bait them, And then when they hit the trap, it'll like shoot them over like 3 squares. And if you set it up just right, it'll shoot them off the bridge and they'll just insta die.
That's awesome.
Or they'll be stuck down at the bottom and have to like go over to a ladder and come back up. There are some archers that are like, not great.
Yeah.
But what's nice is you get to choose, I believe, 8 to 10 people per level, which is a lot more than tactics. I think tactics you only get 4 or 5.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So you can really customize. There's people on giant hawks that can fly around. I think one of her abilities is, let's say you can't attack someone right now, but you can set up like a sentry. So if someone moves in your area, you auto shoot them. There's healers that have like items, and their special abilities is when you chuck an item, it'll boost the action points as well.
Huh.
You can delay people's turns. You can ultimately skip people's turns with certain characters. There is one broken character that can rewind the game.
Oh, God. Yeah.
So what you can do, it's weird. And I don't think it's spoilery because I'm not going to say the names or anything, but what essentially you do is you can go back, I think, a few turns. And one turn is everybody's action. So you focus fire on a person and you kill them. And then all the enemies will move, and then you'll get to this guy and he'll say, okay, reset. And then everyone resets, but dead people don't come back.
Oh.
Yeah. So if you're injured, they'll come back to whatever health they were a previous turn, but dead people don't come back.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, that can make it very easy, I would think.
Yeah. It can be interesting, but it does take a lot of like manipulation and setup. And it's one of his he's a later character and it's one of his later abilities. So,
okay.
I mean, you're pretty into the game when you're getting this guy.
Nice.
But yeah.
I'm gonna have to try that. I like it when games have those kind of tricky things where you can kind of use the environment or use spells like combined with each other to create like interesting things. Like I think Divinity Original Sin 2 was kind of like that. The problem is I like how clever you can be in those, and then I go and I play them and I realize I'm not actually clever, and it's like super straightforward. Like I will hit you directly with my lightning bolt, and that is what I will do.
Yeah, and they do have some of the levels are interactive too. So like one of them, I think you're in a mine, and you get mine cards. Sorry, Gimli. You know.
Okay.
I do this. I say random stupid moves.
No, you're good. You're good.
You get mine carts and they have like a path. And so you can jump in and then one person can jump in and then the other one has to find the lever and then they pull the lever and they go, wee. And then of course, if you're standing on the path, you'll get hit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But it's like you can quickly move across the whole stage.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun. I like that.
You should get it.
I should. I probably
add to your backlog.
I know. That's exactly what I need. More things in the backlog.
Speaking of which,
just get out of the way. I did play more of that arrows game on the phone. It's super simple. You tap arrows and they fly from the direction they're pointing, and you don't want to hit the other arrows, and you clear the stages. And I do it while I'm pooping, so it's great. Great game for that.
Man, you must have hours,
dude. I try to get it all out. Just, I leave nothing. Okay, I'm done with that. Okay. Then I went back to the What Should I Steam website. And again, I was trying to look for games that were not super involved because I didn't have a ton of time to really learn a super deep game. And I discovered I have a lot of very involved games because I kept having to redo it because I'm like, there's no way I can do this. Oh, there's no way I can do this. So I'm like, some of them you need to sit down for a few hours to play, and I did not have that kind of time. But eventually I landed on Eldest Souls, which came out for PS4, PS5, Switch, Xbox, and PC. I assume they mean the recent Xbox is not the original. That'd be weird. And it is a top-down sprite art kind of action RPG. It kind of labels itself as a Souls-like. So designed very hard. It's very focused on boss fights. The graphics are very cool. They move very smooth. The sound is really awesome in the game. I love it, actually. And I went and I fought the first boss. And it's really, learning their patterns, and what you have to do to get through their defenses, that sort of thing. The first boss, it kind of tells you, like, oh, do your charge attack, and that'll do this, and you can, whatever. And the first boss wasn't too hard. I mean, kind of. I beat him, though, and I didn't die. And I was like, yeah, I don't know. This doesn't seem that Dark Soulsy if I can get through the first, get through a boss, and I'm okay. And then I got to the second boss, and he just stomped me into the ground hard. And I managed to knock about...
Positive it was the second boss?
I think it was the second boss.
Okay.
I think it was. I don't think there was another way I could have gone.
Gotcha.
I could be wrong, but I didn't see another way. I think I knocked about like maybe 1/20th of his health down. And what I'm worried about this game is that it'll be hard because the bosses are damage sponges and not because they're tricky to figure out how to defeat. Which would suck because then you can know how to defeat them. You can even pull it off, but it's still going to take you forever to do it. Because like the first boss, I hit a ton of times with the thing telling me like, this is how you get past this and do the most damage. Now, granted, you unlock new attacks and whatnot. So it could be that I'm not maximizing everything, although I don't have that many attacks to choose from yet because I just started. But if it's a game where you just have to hit the boss like 8,000 times, that kind of sucks because that's just... I just don't think it's a good way to do it. They do change up their patterns when they get down to half health or so, or they get new attacks. So that's something, but it's a lot of wailing on one boss. I guess if it is mostly boss focused, if they made them very easy to beat, they'd either have to make like 1,000 bosses or you'd beat it in like an hour. So I don't know, but I just don't like that kind of like damage sponge sort of fight thing. That's kind of annoying. But I'm going to try it some more and see if it... if I end up liking it more. I did enjoy it. It's just, I'm worried about going forward if it's going to make it stay fun. But if you want it on Steam, it's $20. I did not pay $20 for it, but right now it's not on sale. So $20, it goes on sale pretty frequently, I think, or it shows up in bundles, or you can find it cheaper than $20 eventually. Might be worth trying if you like really challenging games. But yeah, I'm not fully recommending it yet, but it was all right. I'm glad I tried it. So, what about news, Hilary? I'm sure you had plenty of time to look around in the news.
So I have one news, and of course it's me. So it's some sad news.
We need to get you some all black clothing. Stop with the blue hair. Dye your hair black. Wear black lipstick. Make your skin super super white. Let's get you in the proper attire here.
Well, there are pastel goths.
Let's not do this again. Listen, pastel goths who listen to glitter pony metal and whatever. I don't know, man. Just go. What's your news?
So my news is David Rawson, the co-founder of Sega, passed away at 95. So he really helped with the shooting style arcade machines that they built.
Well, that's very sad. So stop looking at me. It's weird.
Because I always look at you.
I don't know. Because are you looking at my glasses?
That's you.
Yeah, it doesn't count. Steve, do you have any news?
Also sad news.
Jesus.
Yeah. I'm not sure that I mentioned it before. The Steam Awards happened, and Hollow Knight did win Game of the Year for Steam Awards.
Oh.
Over Claire Obscure.
I demand a recount.
Yeah. I think they've won enough, so.
Yeah, they're fine.
Yeah.
Also, in other news that I have not looked too deeply into.
It's the best kind of news.
Yes. Do your own research. But I did see something that Sony has patented an AI gaming ghost that can play PlayStation games for you. Or they can get you past a certain point that you might be stuck in. What I did read of it, it sounds like it takes the wheel and shows you what exact moves that you can do to pursue further.
Interesting.
Yeah. I don't know how I feel. I find most accomplishments in games rewarding when I do it myself.
Yeah.
And even when I do it myself with a walkthrough, is even more rewarding than having something do it for you. I'm not sure if this is just what is it? what's that meat game? The meat
Super Meat Boy.
I don't know if it's like that where you can just see like it like has a ghost version of you and shows you what to do, or if it actually does it for you. I don't know. I think Dark Souls, not necessarily Dark Souls, Elden Ring, you can like see ghosts of other people doing things.
Yeah. It's usually them dying. Oh, if I go here, probably I'm gonna die. That's good to know.
Tri-finger butthole.
Lots of notes like that left behind.
So I don't know. And I don't know if like it'll cost money. I'm assuming it might, like a game genie of sorts. But interesting.
Yeah.
That they thought that this would, maybe they're just patenting it to, if anyone else thinks of it, you know, some people patent things and not necessarily produce the thing.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
So maybe they're just trying to get ahead of the game.
Nintendo. Patent it before they get to it.
Right.
Yeah. But like, yeah, I agree. Like, I don't know if I'd want like the game to like beat a boss for me or do like, I don't remember which Assassin's Creed I was playing, but there were some things where it was like really tough to figure out where you had to jump and grab and do all this stuff. And so I'd watch a video and then I'd do it, but it was still challenging because I still had to like do it right.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt like, okay, I still did it. I just didn't have the frustration of being like, I don't even understand what I'm even supposed to do here. You know what I mean? And that's one thing, but I wouldn't want to be like, hey, game, do it for me. Cause I don't know.
Well, I know Nintendo had a mode on Mario Odyssey, where it would have an arrow that points you where you need to go.
Oh.
So, I mean, there's been kind of things that help in a way already. But yeah, I don't know. This sounds like it like does it for you based on what I was reading about it.
Yeah, like the one utility of it that I can see where I would use it is like if there's like, you know, like there's some games where the majority of the game is something that I can do, but then because of my medical issue, because there might be some combination of buttons that's extremely challenging for me to do, just my body physically can't do it. So being able to use something like that just to get past that one part where I physically can't do it.
Yeah.
I can see it being beneficial for something like that.
Yeah, that'd be a good kind of accessibility thing. I could see that.
We're going to get people with AI speed runs.
Oh, God. Probably catch that. It won't be like a big thing. Like,
Yeah.
Anything else for news?
I think that was it for gaming news. Otherwise, life news. Been running a lot. Been jiu-jitsuing a lot. The kids got their first stripe in jiu-jitsu.
Nice.
Yesterday. As of we're recording. I got my second stripe in jiu-jitsu. I have a tournament next Saturday that I'm excited for, but there is nobody in my division because of the way they do this.
That means you automatically win, right?
No.
Oh, darn.
So yes and no, I would say. So there's the super formal format, which is IBJJF, the International Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu Federation. I don't know. They have it where, so they're like they'd be like the US Opens of Warhammer tournaments is how I would put it.
Okay.
They're usually like the more sponsored from actual jiu-jitsu type thing. Correct me if I'm wrong, if there's jiu-jitsu people out there. This one is Grappling Industries, which is their own tournament circuit, I believe. So their weight classes and their rules and stuff are different from IBJJF, which, like I said, IBJJF is usually the standard that people look at.
Yeah.
That being said, they have different merging rules. So when you're in IBJJF, you can always choose to fight up in weight or down in age or up in skill. You you can only make the decision to go to a different bracket if it hinders you.
Okay, so you can't go down, you have to go.
Correct. So like an adult can't be like, well, I want to fight the seniors. Or a 230-pound person can't be like, I'm going to fight the 185-pound person. The 185-pound person can choose to fight the 230-pound person.
Okay.
If that makes sense. So in IBJJF, you can stay in your division if nobody's in there, walk in there and be like, thanks for the gold medal. I paid, $100 for this. Yeah. I didn't do anything, but I paid $100,
Yeah.
And most underbelts don't do that. Black belts, it's different, I think, because they actually get points and with the IBJJF, and there's like a whole world ranking system, and that can earn them sponsors and look good for their gyms and stuff like that. But otherwise, usually people will merge into different groups. There's like an absolute division where it's everybody, what is it? Everybody of your age level, but not necessarily weight or skill. So you could be going against blue, purple, brown, black belts. And you could be a 140-pound person versus a 300-pound person. We've seen it. So there's that. But as of this one, I'm not sure that they necessarily merge for you. You would just get a credit towards the next tournament, and hopefully that you would get something then, right?
Yeah.
So I emailed them this morning and I said, okay, well, I'm curious about your merging process. I just made weight in the 230-pound bracket, which is crazy because I was much higher than before. And I said, I see that there's a senior who's in the over 230 bracket. Obviously, I would prefer not to go against heavier people.
Yeah.
I see that there's a senior in a lower bracket, in a 215 bracket, but they would have to make the choice, I assume.
Yeah.
And then I see that there's 2 adults in my bracket. And then they came back to me and said, you can change your own bracket. They didn't really explain if they would ever change it, but they said you can change it before the 14th to either fight the heavier weight or the younger people. And so I'm probably going to choose to fight the younger people. There's 3 people and it's round robin. So I'd get 2 matches.
Yeah.
They are 24 and 25-year-olds. I am 40. So it'll probably be difficult, but I think I really want the experience and the,
Yeah.
And I want to go up there, and participate. I'd rather do that than keep pushing out the money and stuff for later things. And because there's only 3 people, I think I would be guaranteed 3rd place at least. So
Seems like it.
That's podium, right?
Yeah. Good job.
Yeah. So that's probably what I'm going to do is go down to the adult division.
You're missing an opportunity to be a perfect pro wrestling style heel. You go in, you take your free gold medal, and then you talk the whole time about how no one can beat you and how you won it fair and square.
Well, in
and
this,
everyone will believe you every time you show up. It'll be great.
I believe in this one you can't take the free medal.
Oh,
yeah, the one in April maybe, but
all right.
Yeah.
Okay. I was trying to help you out.
Yeah. No, I understand.
Yeah.
I think that's the only news.
All right.
Life news.
Yeah.
What about you?
So my gaming news is mostly kind of rumory stuff, so I'll take all this with a grain of salt. But it's interesting stuff, both stuff that I think is kind of interesting to keep an eye on.
Oh yeah.
So the Final Fantasy Tactics director Yasumi Matsuno, he responded on Twitter. But the article said Twitter, which is what I'm going with, about the success of the 2025 remaster that you've played quite a bit of, saying that he had underestimated the sales that it would have, which is a nice surprise for him, I'm sure. And fans asked him about plans for a sequel, and he said, Of course, we are neither forgetting nor ignoring such opinions and requests. We will consider the plans and propose them to Square Enix as well. However, if they do not come to fruition, it would all be due to my own shortcomings. Also, since I am not necessarily essential, I think it would be nice if a young member of Square Enix could take on the production and make that sequel a reality.
So we may or may not.
Yeah.
The other YouTuber that I listen to, David Vinci? I don't know.
Sounds right. Maybe.
He does the RPGs.
Yeah.
The big risk guy.
Yeah.
And he was talking about how kind of what you had mentioned, but also even before it came out, when people were talking about sequels, they said, oh, if this hits like 2 million sold or something ridiculous, then, I would definitely go forward with this and blah, blah, blah. And I think it's been, 3 months, and I think they're at like 1 million.
Oh.
Whereas I think the previous games, I think it's sold more in the limited amount of time or close to the amount that the original sold in its lifetime.
Wow.
Is what I think they were getting at. So
that's impressive.
Yeah.
It's very beloved.
He was talking about how there could be a sequel on the horizon as well.
Yeah.
I would probably prefer a sequel over advanced remakes.
Yeah. I think they should be a sequel. I think it'd be good. I mean, as long as they don't mess it up somehow, but I was impressed by how humble his statement was. It's very, you don't need me. I'm not that important. Everything that fails, it's my fault. It seems very Japanese culture. Which I think it's kind of nice. My other thing, also rumors. Some sites that are good at predicting things, or when they give a rumor, it's often correct, have said that CD Projekt Red is probably going to come out with a new expansion to The Witcher 3, which came out 11 years ago, quite a few years ago. It's going to be a big expansion, a paid expansion, and would bridge the gap between The Witcher 3 and The Witcher 4. As many of you may know, in The Witcher 4, you're playing Ciri, you're not playing Geralt. So prediction says that it would come out in May 2026, which would align with the game's 11th anniversary, so there we go. And it would be in a new area, possibly the desert of Zerrikania. Not too familiar, but there you go. So they haven't, CD Projekt Red has not confirmed this. However, when there were rumors about Cyberpunk, another one of those games, and it wasn't true, they immediately came out and said, no, we're not working on this. And they've been very silent on this particular thing. So, grain of salt, but doesn't seem unlikely. Which means that if you have the Witcher Complete Edition right now, soon it will be mislabeled, perhaps. Interesting. I just want to see The Witcher 4. I'm excited about that. But this could be really cool. If it's truly a big one that can almost be its own standalone game in a way, that would be fantastic. We'll see.
I have Witcher 3 in my backlog.
So good. So good. It's still so good. I think, I haven't played it. It's not so good. I think it's still good. And people still play it and like it. So, yeah, it's fun. Yeah, I mean, as far as other related, sort of summer-related things, it's easier to find time for me to build models than paint them because I have to get a lot more supplies to paint. And before I was doing Space Wolves, I was collecting... Don't leave me alone.
Camera pans to all the...
Yeah, that's what I mean, though. That's the point, is there's so many things you need to do to paint. It's a lot more supplies and a lot more setup and take down. And I was collecting Sisters of Battle or Adeptus before Space Wolf. So I built some Arcoflagellants, which is exercise in self-flagellation on its own. Tiny little joins, very spindly things. There's no way these models would last through 2 games. They're gonna break in a lot of places.
This is why I played Knights.
That's very wise comparatively. And the big whippy things hang off them way beyond their bases, and they're so thin. I'm there is no way. I don't even know if they're gonna last through painting if I ever get to painting. Insane. I mean, cool looking, but Man, I just don't know. I feel like maybe they should have gone a different way other than trying to make little tiny things hang off these guys. It's ridiculous. But that's that. Other than that, I got no news.
I did remember seeing something either this morning or last night in regards to the next Xbox Direct was supposed to have new information for Fable.
Oh.
The next Fable, as well as the new Game Freak game. The Game Freak, their own game. That looks really good and nothing like Pokemon.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I got a little surprised with Game Freak and Xbox. I didn't realize they were doing that. Interesting. I thought it was going to be like, oh, it's going to be talking about how they're going to raise the prices of Game Pass yet again and again and again.
I mean,
again and again.
They could.
Yeah. For 1 month, you just have to pay the price of an Xbox to play on Game Pass. No, not quite yet. Not yet. Give it time. Yeah. All right. So shall we get to the game?
Yeah.
The game.
The game, Legacy of Kain. Soul Reaver. Not just Legacy of Kain.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So I will be referring to the game as Soul Reaver.
That's a lot easier.
So this was a fan pick suggested by Riley. So Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver is an action-adventure and kind of puzzle game. It was released in 1999, developed by Crystal Dynamics and published by Eidos Interactive. It was for the PlayStation and the PC, and then there was a port to Dreamcast created by Nixus Software, and that was their first project. So Soul Reaver is the second of 5 games in the Legacy of Kain series, with Soul Reaver 2 being the direct sequel. In playing this, I realized that the game that I played was actually Soul Reaver 2 and not this one.
Oh, interesting. So now that's going to come up in our...
Yeah. So Soul Reaver takes place 1,500 years after Blood Omen, which is the first Legacy of Kain game. Instead of playing as Kain, you play as Razel. He's a lieutenant for Kain until he surpasses Kain in the evolution by gaining wings before Kain does. Kain, not allowing someone to surpass him, rips off his bones and destroying his wings and throws him into the Lake of Death.
Kind of a dick move.
Yeah.
I like how the intro, when you're watching it, he says he was blessed with the gift of agony. I think is how they put it, and then they gets his wings ripped off.
Isn't that nice? Turn the negative into a positive. That's what I like about Kain. So
turn that frown upside down.
And so that's basically the whole opening sequence. The actual gameplay takes place basically 500 years after you die in the Lake of Death. It starts by the Elder God reviving you as you have been shown to be worthy, becoming the Elder God's champion and his Soul Reaver. In the 500 years that Raziel was dead, the world has fallen to decay. Kain has destroyed the 8 pillars of balance. So it's like there's one civilization of humans left in the world. The vampire clans have kind of ravished the whole earth, and it's just kind of a wasteland at this point.
Basically, Lion King.
Yes. With the head vampires mutating over the years as well. The point of the game is to your revenge on Kain, and in order to become powerful enough to do this, you have to destroy your mutated brothers and absorb their powers. The end of the game ends on a cliffhanger, which it picks right back up on Soul Reaver 2. And there's actually some reasons for it ending on a cliffhanger. Part of it is because this game was actually in development alongside with Blood Omen, and where Blood Omen was more of an action game, this was a little bit more of a puzzle game. And this one, they wanted to go a little bit more into the vampire lore. So Crystal Dynamics was working with Silicon Knights, who did the research and did a lot of like the research for the vampire lores and kind of did a lot of the story building for this game. But during the development, they dismantled from each other, and there was a lawsuit.
Awkward.
So it put a pause on some developmental parts and the release of the game. And as a result of the lawsuit and stuff like that, some stuff that they were planning on doing with the game didn't actually occur. There was going to be more powers for Razel. There was one more brother that you were supposed to fight that they took out of the game. The guardian of the 8 pillars, who's kind of a ghost form in this game, she was also in Blood Omen and was a bigger part in Blood Omen, but she was supposed to be a bigger part in this game, but they had to cut that out. There were elemental upgrades to the sword Soul Reaver that you get. And so there's actually, some of the stuff is actually still hidden within the game. So as you play the game, like, there are some hidden areas that if you find, you can actually unlock some of this stuff, like the upgrades to the Soul Reaver. But it's not, like, if you're doing just a regular walkthrough, you're probably not going to find it. So it's kind of, you have to kind of discover it by accident a little bit. And then that's also part of the reason why they left the game on a cliffhanger, because they couldn't add in as much stuff as they wanted to in the game.
Kain was that ugly guy in the first cutscene.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So you play him in the very first versions.
Yeah.
And you play, okay.
And then the other thing with this game is that there's no map in this game, but it does have its own way to making sure that you're not just going to areas that you're not supposed to. Like, there will be barriers that you can't get past until you defeat one of the brothers to get the power to be able to get past that barrier. Okay. So it is a little bit of a loop. So, and there is some backtracking in this game as well. As far as rating goes, Metacritic gave it a 91 out of 100. Game Informer gave it 8.5 out of 10, and IGN gave it a 9.3 out of 10. Daniel Erickson from Next Generation gave it a 4 out of 5, stating difficult puzzles and the omission of a map makes this stylized game for hardcore adventure gamers only. And there was a remastered version of 1 and 2 that came out in 2004, or 2024, I mean.
Yeah, that like a map, man. I really wanted a map.
Yeah.
Very badly.
Especially since I didn't get super far into the game, but it definitely seemed like, especially in the tutorial, a lot of places look similar.
Oh, and one of the other things that I saw that I thought was kind of made sense is when they were developing the game, they decided that they wanted to have a game that had the gameplay of Tomb Raider with the storytelling of Link to the Past.
Interesting.
And so that kind of explains some of the puzzle aspects of it, but then also you switch between the underworld and the earthly realm.
Yeah. It's easier to jump around than it is for Lara Croft and Tomb Raider, the original Tomb Raiders too, which is nice because.
But there's no blue stinger.
I mean, what it? Oh, hi, Kitty. Hi, this is our cat Zipper. If you're watching. So yeah, nothing's blue stinger really. Yeah, wow. I played a little bit of this before. I think I had the Dreamcast version, but I didn't play super far. I think I like usually got distracted by some other thing. So. Yeah, I did remember, like, everything is very green, and then you shift to, like, the mortal realm, and it's, like, kind of more beige, which, actually, that era was very common to have a lot of, like, very brown, muted color games. Like, I don't know what was going on. We just hated color at that time. I don't know what's happening.
I heard Dreamcast had the best, from one of the reviews I watched, the Dreamcast had better graphics.
Yeah, it's at least more smoothed out. You know what I mean? I don't think they changed a bunch of things, but it's, PlayStation just a little bit lower resolution, I think, than what the Dreamcast did.
Yeah.
I think it was...
Well, and it's also a port that came out, like, a year later, too.
That helps, yeah.
I did like the mechanics. I like that you could sneak around and get, like... You only had to hit the person once. I'm assuming... big bosses, you obviously couldn't do that, but like certain bad guys, you would only have to hit them once if you were got them by surprise, as opposed to if they did see you, then you'd have to do the normal attack sequences.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So like with this game, like you have opportunities to have different, or depending on the area, there are different like staffs that you can pick up and attack with. They don't have different powers, which I thought would have been kind of cool.
Yeah.
But like you can sneak up and throw them. The bosses do have kind of designated areas that the fight takes place in, and with pretty much all the bosses, there is one boss that the trick for them is you actually have to leave the arena that they're in and they chase after you. But for the most part, you're using the environment of their arena to attack them. And so you kind of have to figure out what you need to utilize in their arena to destroy the bosses.
There's a lot of using the environment in general, because when you get to bypass the first area, like most of the bad guys, you have to really kill them permanently. They have to either be thrown into water, into sunlight, into fire, or onto like a spiky thing.
Throw fire onto them.
What's that?
I think you can hold torches.
Yeah, I didn't realize that at first. And so like there's an area, there was like a campfire kind of thing, but I was kind of far away. So you beat up the guy and then they're stunned, and you can pick them up. You only hear them so far before they come unstunned. So I picked him up and I threw him towards the fire. Then I'd run up and I'd beat him up again. Then I picked him up and I threw him. It was just like this like long thing where I was like tossing him down this path till I could finally get him on the fire, which was sort of silly. But I mean, I didn't realize I could take the torches off the walls initially. So that's part of the why. And then if you do that, then once they're stunned, you just hit a certain button and he'll light them up, which is nice. Yeah. You don't have to go for like a mile. And
did it work though? Did the throwing them a mile into the campfire work?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you can get
That's
them there.
cool though.
Yeah, it just took a long time to get there. I mean, it was easy because like once you beat them up once, they don't take that many hits. It doesn't seem like.
Stun them again.
Yeah, but it was silly too. Like if I were to do this with everybody, I hope I don't have to like run through like a whole level like throwing somebody the whole time. But yeah.
The thing that I do appreciate with this game is that there is a good steady progression in the game. Like even with the puzzles, like at first you just move the boxes basically left or right and frontwards and backwards. Later on in the game, you can actually rotate the boxes. Like there's a level where you have to get the right symbols showing and or to do it. There's another one where you're basically making a pipe, and so you have to make sure that the hole's in the right spot. And some of the bad guys. Another thing that happens in the game is that like there is one like human encampment left. And there's a part early on in the game where you run in, like the first human you run into, you basically have the opportunity of killing them or letting them go. If you let them go, then when you go to the human encampment, they actually aren't afraid of you. Like they'll actually interact with you and like kind of help you out a little bit more. Oh. Where if you kill them, then they kind of like try and attack you when you get there. So.
Interesting.
Yeah. I didn't realize that.
Yeah. Speaking of like meeting humans and stuff, it talks about like how you used to be a vampire but you're no longer anymore, so instead of feeding on blood you now feed on souls. And it's interesting though because apparently you don't lose all of your vampiric stuff because they talk about you have your vampiric weaknesses, like you can't go in water and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And that's another aspect that they have where it's like in the moral world, you can't go into the water, but if you go to the underworld, then water basically is air. And so you can, like if there's a hidden tunnel, you can, under the water, you can switch to the mortal underworld and then go through it.
Yeah, I thought that shifting was kind of neat because there would be things like that where like the water is different. I think you cannot move the blocks when you're in the spirit realm. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah. And so like there's some puzzles or things you need to do to progress where you'd have to switch to one or the other to make it work out, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, like one of the, like, I don't think they call it dungeons, but for lack of a better term, one of the dungeons, you have to switch a lot because like there's some like levers that like you have to be in the moral world to lower it, but then you have to switch to the underworld so that you can jump across the top.
Oh,
I'm
interesting.
trying to think of other games that are like that. The only one I can think of for some reason is like Luigi's Mansion, where you have Gooigi, and you have to like go and do something with him, and then because you can't like go through the pipes or whatever with the regular guy. Yeah,
I mean this is basically Luigi's Mansion.
Yeah,
mixed with Lion King. Yeah.
Well, it's just a story.
Yeah. I gotta admit, like, so I get weird hang-ups on stupid stuff. I do.
Really?
Yeah, I do. And when I first bought the game, fully knowing that this was the case, by the way, I played it and I was like, I don't know if I want to be a vampire that sucks souls. I want to be a vampire that sucks blood. Vampires suck blood. What is this about? I don't know. And I knew that's what it was. It's not like it surprised me. I don't know what's going on. Now I'm fine with it. It's cool. I have had a few decades to get a handle on this, and now it's fine. But did you like the soul? Like, you know, you defeat an enemy, right? And then like this green glowing ball comes and sort of flies around, and you suck that up, and that can heal you. Like, do you like that kind of mechanic? Would you rather it be like just like you kill them and move on, or
I like that mechanic. Some of the bosses, or not bosses, but there are some enemies. I think it's like there's some enemies that if you don't suck up their soul, they'll actually come back to life.
Oh yeah.
So and then so I think that was a clever way of distinguishing that you are no longer a vampire, that you are now a wraith.
That's right.
And then, you know, even though your wings are still destroyed, like, you can use them to glide.
Yeah, you can float a little bit.
I got into some trouble with that. There was a area where there was these, like, I don't know, pillars, right word, but like things you had to jump to, and there was water, right? You don't want to land in the water because that kicks you right back to the spirit realm. If that's not where you want to be, then that's not where it is. And I kept thinking I had to glide to him, and I don't know if I was right or wrong, but I would glide and I'd get to the very end, but you still have like a little bit of momentum after you stop your jump, and so I'd immediately like fall right in the water. I'm like, I'm a dork. And I did that like a few times. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna try not gliding, and that worked better. But like I swear, I looked I didn't watch the whole thing because it's pretty long, but he glided and he did fine. I don't understand. I glided too late. I don't know what happened.
Clearly a skill issue.
It is definitely a skill. Yeah, no doubt. This is not a game problem. This is a me problem. But I'm like, I'm not good at gliding. I can't do that. Like, it's terrible. But it is cool that you can do it. I love that kind of thing where you can extend your jump a little bit.
Yeah.
I just was bad at it.
I like the game. I'm still iffy on like action adventure puzzler type things. That's just my personal preference, and especially when you go backwards in time as opposed to like a new action adventure type game.
Yeah,
it seems a little more difficult because there's usually less things that you can do.
Yeah,
if that makes sense. I don't know, but yeah, I had a little bit of issue with getting lost as far as not having a map, but otherwise I thought the gameplay was pretty cool.
Yeah.
The story, I don't know. I don't play a lot of games where I feel like, I don't know. I felt like you're not a good guy in this game.
Yeah, like you're not the worst guy.
You're not the worst, but you're not the good guy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Definitely an anti-hero.
Yeah.
I think that's something that I had to, and let me know if I'm wrong, if you guys discovered this and I just didn't. You can make the camera look around you, but you can't make it look up. At least I couldn't figure out how to make them look up. And so there'd be things I could jump to, but I could not see them at all. And so I had to figure out, okay, there's a block that must help me get up. Like, where am I getting up? Like, so that was the thing that I had the most, I guess, frustration with. Was like, there has to be a way, and I don't see how I can see that. And that was, I mean, you could do like the high jump, because you can like do the duck and then jump, and they'll jump really high, and then maybe try to look around when you're doing that, I guess. But like, did you guys find a way to look up, or is that just a me issue? Or
no?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that was kind of weird that they had like things that were a little out of sight for you. I thought that was a strange
maybe
choice.
Like back up and
maybe, yeah. I felt like
I don't know.
But either way, I mean, it's like, I feel like they could have either, I don't know if this game came out before or after the twin sticks came out, because when the PlayStation first came out, it didn't have those. So that could be why. But like, even if they had to do some kind of indicator to be like, yeah, there's a ledge up here in some way, so you know that it's there, that would have been helpful. I remember having that problem in the Dreamcast one too, where I was like jumping around. I'm like, I don't know, I'm just jumping. I hope I land on something or grab something. I don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, because this one was for regular PlayStation. Yeah. Number 2 was for PlayStation 2.
Yeah. And that's why I had
That makes sense.
I'm like, oh yeah, that's why I had the second one and not the first one.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I did notice that when I was trying to look up walkthroughs or reviews, because there is a remaster, a lot of them got in the way.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw a lot of that too. And like the one I watched, it wasn't labeled as remaster, but I think it must have been because he was looking up and around and everyone like, that's not. Or he has like some kind of hacked ROM version, which is also possible. But
yeah, it was probably the remaster. One of the things that I thought was kind of cool is like this game actually won some awards for their voice acting.
Oh, yeah.
I meant to take notes of some of the voice actors in this, but it had some good big name voice actors in the video game world.
Oh.
So it was kind of early on in voice acting for
I guess it would be, huh? Because
video
CDs
games. So
that makes sense. When Raziel was talking, was he thinking? I assume we're hearing his thoughts because he had no lower jaw, so he should have been going like. I'm trying to do like a one mouth for some reason. I have an upper jaw. I don't need to create an upper jaw with my hand, but that is why I'm like anyway. But yeah, you wouldn't think you'd be able to understand. So I assume it's his thoughts, or he's like reminiscing.
Yeah, I thought.
I don't know. Gandhi was the elder god.
Gandhi, what? He does kind of look like Gandhi in that picture.
Michael Bell was Raziel.
Okay.
Tony J was the elder god. Simon Templeman was Kain. Neil Ross was Rob. Anna Gunn. She looks familiar. Is
she the wife from Breaking Bad?
I think so.
She kind of looks like her at least. Wow. Now I gotta find out.
I'm assuming it is.
Okay.
And then Richard Doyle, that name sounds familiar, was Mobius. But I don't super recognize. I had to look it up because you mentioned it. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, she's the wife of Breaking Bad. Oh, how crazy. Long before Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Long before there was Breaking Bad, she was in Soul Reaver.
She was Ariel.
Was that the
Ariel.
ghost gal?
Yeah.
Yeah, I assume. Wow, weird.
Yeah, and like her part was very, very minimal, but it was supposed to be a much bigger part. So.
Gotcha.
I think they even recorded like all of her stuff, but then just for time or something, they had to cut out a lot of the stuff that she did. So,
hopefully, she still got paid for it.
Yeah. I assume she gave her time. They saw to pay her or whatever, but obviously, this is directly what led to Breaking Bad. Whoever made that show played this game and like, we need that gal to be the wife that everyone hates for some. I didn't hate her. Anyway, so there you go. The Breaking Bad Soul River connection. There had to be one, obviously.
Where does Kevin Bacon fit in?
Oh. Can we do 7 degrees? You guys, can you do that? I'm not good at that. I don't know movies nearly well enough.
I don't know my bacons.
You don't know your bacons.
I don't know if there is much replayability in this game. I would probably recommend playing this game. It's very interesting.
Yeah, I mean,
though I'd probably recommend the remaster.
Yeah,
as well. Because
of there being hidden things in there, because they had to cut stuff out, I think there can be some replayability. I actually kind of question the how long to beat.
That seems short when I looked at it.
Because the how long to beat, it has main at 11 and a half hours, main and extra at 13 hours, and complete at 14 hours. And knowing that there's hidden things in the game that you can discover, I really question that complete.
Yeah. I wonder if the remaster, if they're less hidden, you know what I mean? It's more of a integrated part of the game. Yeah. I'm curious. They could have gone either way on that one, I guess. They could have tried to keep how the original was, but yeah. What's weird though, too, I think this is something that happens when I was looking for playthroughs. I'm like, well, I don't want to sit for 14 hours. I didn't even, but I found one that were like 6 hours. Yeah. And so I'm like, well, I mean, granted, I don't know if they're speedrunners or what, or if they're just very good at the game. I'm sure that's taken into account too. People that contribute to the how long to beat could be just any person playing through. But it would take me longer than 6 hours for sure. I thought the kills that you had to do to actually get rid of them, I thought those were very satisfying. I love throwing them to fire and watching them scream or the sun and watching him scream, or spikes and scream. No, but it's cool. It is cool. They're impaling him. It's awesome.
Yeah.
They're very, especially for that era too. Like that would have been like, whoa, look at how gory and cool and real. Like, you know.
It is cool that you can use the environment, and there's a lot of different ways to do the same thing.
Definitely. Yeah.
Well, I thought again, with kind of the progression of the gameplay, I thought it was a clever way to, like, when you defeat the boss, you gain their powers. So, like, you eventually can, like, phase your way through barriers. You learn to climb walls.
One thing I noticed is, like, sometimes you'd be fighting 2 enemies at a time, right? Like, and so I'd beat up an enemy, he'd be stunned, and I'd pick him up to throw him on a spike or a fire. And I'd be like, well, this isn't going to work because the other guy's going to attack me. And, like, he just, he's just watching, chilling, like, what are you doing, my buddy? What's he doing over there? And then I throw him against a spike. And then the guy's like, oh, well, this is not good. I better attack now. Thanks, guy. Thanks for holding back. I appreciate that. And, like, I feel like it was shockingly easy to, like, get that done, even though that, he could have run up on me and attacked me at any moment. But.
Was there difficulty levels? I can't remember. Or was it just a generic?
I didn't
really look in the options. So.
I don't remember there being difficulty levels, but
because I was just curious if maybe, like, you can make it harder if you felt like it wasn't.
Because I think when I looked at the options, it was mainly just adjusting the sound. Like, I think I turned the voice up and the music down or something because it was, like, kind of hard to hear. But I don't remember unless I just missed it, which is possible. But I don't know.
For prices, I just looked at the PlayStation one since that's what we were playing.
I got a couple extras for
I got a couple extras.
So
wow, we all got extras. So excited
to read all about it.
Yeah.
So for PlayStation, loose was $12.50, complete is $27, and brand new is $100.
Yes. There was also a greatest hits version on PlayStation 2. Yeah, weird. For that, the disc for some reason is $20. Complete, though, it goes back down to lower than that one, to 23, and sealed is 80.
Well, greatest hits, nobody wants that green tag along.
Yeah,
everyone wants the original.
I think there's some game where the greatest hits one's actually worth more. I don't know why. They just didn't put out as many. I can't remember what it was. The Dreamcast version, let me know if I'm stepping on your toes here. But okay. Dreamcast version, if you want the disc, it's 13, complete's 25, and sealed 53. So not too bad there. But yeah. Okay, what do you got?
I got the remastered version on Steam. And that is currently $29.99, but you get Legacy of Kain, Soul Reaver 1 and 2.
Very nice.
For remaster. If you just want 2, not remastered, it's $6.99. But they don't have number 1 just by itself, so that's interesting.
If you have a GEF 7000 smart refrigerator, that's not real. But yeah.
But it does have, the remaster does have 90% out of 1,400 reviews.
Wow.
Very positive. Look at the graphics. That looks good.
Yeah.
I might look for that to go on sale at some point because I did enjoy the game. So
I bet it was too.
It probably was. I just wasn't thinking about it at the time, and I wanted to play the PlayStation 1 anyway. So
it's been a very long time since I played 2, but I know that some of the minor issues, like the camera and looking around and stuff, that if I remember correctly, were fixed in 2. So
yeah,
the graphics. He's a lot less blocky.
Yeah, I bet. Probably very, very smooth. Yeah. All right.
I mean, if you're gonna have to pay $20 to get a CD, you might as well pay $30 to get it on your newest system and get the remastered version.
And get both games.
What I mean? And get both games,
That's true. Yep. Yeah, I mean, if you're not a collector, then I would do it that way. Makes sense. I'm going to look out for it, I think, because even though I can play it on any of these ways, really, but I'm curious to see what the remaster brings to it.
Yeah.
At some point.
I was also, because I was thinking of when I was playing 2, when I booted this one up, I was kind of thrown back by the graphics. I was like, wait a minute, I don't remember it be this.
Well, this is kind of ugly. It's not really ugly. It's for that time. It's very good
for the time, but because I was thinking of PS2 graphics.
So did you played number 2 on accident or something? Or?
No, I just that's the one that because I didn't really have very many games on the PS1 and
this was back in the day.
Yeah, back in the day. Yeah. So when I've mentioned Soul Reaver on the channel before, I was thinking of 2.
Gotcha. Yeah,
Good
I
luck
was
with that.
I was a little scared that I played the wrong game because David was talking about how this one was kind of a sequel, and I was like, it's 1.
Yeah.
I played the wrong one.
We all came with a different game. That'd be kind of hilarious, actually. I mean, that would be a discussion in itself.
It's interesting to end on a cliffhanger, though, because that is pretty risky. Unless you are, of course, have the next game already paid for and in line.
Yeah. I mean, at that point, Eidos or Eidos, however, was doing pretty damn well because Tomb Raider was in full swing. They probably were like, we can do whatever we want.
Because I think I saw that the original one came out in 96. You said this one came out in 99. And then number 2 came out in 2000 or 2001, I think. I don't know. It was a little bit of a 2001.
Yeah.
So, I mean, 2 years to wait.
Yeah.
Well, is that it for Soul Reaver? I do want to say thank you to Riley Stock for suggesting that. And also, I want to give a little shout out because he has his own podcast. He does an actual play of the Bunkers and Badasses tabletop role-playing game system, which is based on the Borderlands video game. His podcast is called Friend and Foe Adventure Co. I'm wearing this shirt right now. It's probably displayed behind us if you're watching on YouTube. It's great. It's been going for a long time. I've heard every episode. It is a great combination of action and being funny and having some heartfelt moments too. I listen to my podcast when I'm out doing my delivery job, and so I'll be like driving around and suddenly I'll just bust out laughing, which makes me probably look like an insane lunatic because no one knows what I'm listening to. But it's fantastic. I highly recommend going and listen to it. I don't even usually like actual play podcasts. I fall off them very quick, but his I've really enjoyed. So definitely check out Friend and Foe Adventure Co. Fantastic.
So it's a tabletop version of Borderlands?
Basically, yeah.
So like D&D, or is it like a...
It's...
I mean, I'll just have to listen to it.
It is like D&D. I don't think it's that same rule set. I think... Okay, wow, this is getting somewhere.
Well, I didn't know if it was like a tabletop miniatures game or if it was like...
Oh, no, it's like an RPG. It's like
an RPG, okay.
I think in Borderlands, the video game, they had a game where the people in Borderlands were playing a tabletop RPG, and I think this is that tabletop RPG. I think this is way beyond my Borderlands.
You know
knowledge.
what? Why have they never made real life versions of the mini games in like Final Fantasy? They don't, right? They don't have that.
I don't think so.
Like you can't play the card games.
Oh, I don't think so.
I know they're popular. Obviously, you can't go play Blitzball.
You can try.
So I think that's water polo.
Yeah. There's Witcher 3. There's a card game called Gwent, and there actually was a physical Gwent release.
Okay. What's the one in 8? I know that one is super popular.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't remember.
It'd be interesting. They could. I mean, I don't know if they do it or not, but maybe, probably. I'd try them out. Why not?
I'm also wearing a shirt. Blink-182. I recommend listening to them.
Yeah.
I haven't worn this shirt.
My shirt is all games new and old.
Who are they? That was our board game and other gaming channel. I've not put anything in there for a long time, and I probably should at some point, but I'm lazy. No, I'm not. I'm just very busy. I'm very busy. Leave me alone, guys. I have not played board games in a bit because my brain has been fried and learning rules has been a disaster. So, anyway.
So what is this weird system that we're playing next?
All right. We're going to be playing... we had to pick from the top 9 rated TurboGrafx 16 games. I don't have all the TurboGrafx info right now, but next episode I'll try to get the system info. But it came out kind of tail end of the 8-bit era going into the 16-bit era. It is one, I think we talked last time. I'm not sure it actually is a 16-bit system. There's like debate about this. I think it had like 2 8-bit processors or something weird like that. But I don't know, man. This is all weird tech mumbo jumbo that I don't understand. It is definitely more capable than the Nintendo Entertainment System. It may or may not be as capable. I don't think it's quite as powerful as the Genesis or Super Nintendo. So it's kind of in this weird in-between area.
I wonder why it didn't get popularized.
I think it didn't have great marketing, and I think it was more expensive. And especially when it came out, like Nintendo had this thing where like if you made a game for them, you couldn't make that game for anybody else. So like they couldn't they couldn't get some of them, like they couldn't get better versions basically of some of the popular NES games on there. A lot of
Which
games,
is weird because I saw that some of them are.
yeah, well, they've got some, yeah. So I don't know. I don't know when all that changed. So I'm gonna try to look into that and see what led to the failure in the US. It did good in Japan. It did just fine in Japan, but US.
Well, I also wonder, like, maybe some of these games came out for this system first and then
Yeah.
Because, like, they kind of did it backwards where they released it on the system and then went to Nintendo.
That could be. Yeah, that could be. Because I know the company made some games for the Nintendo. The company that made the TurboGrafx, although that might have been before the system came out. I just don't know all the info right now. But it was interesting. I remember it being in Toys R Us and never really... I think I glanced at it, but I'm like, I don't know what any of these are, so I was not super excited about it.
Yeah. Well, I was surprised that they made Galaga for this system. I loved Galaga for the NES, but it didn't make the top 9.
Yeah, I mean, they got a lot of... it actually has a lot of good games on it, I hear. I do not know the librry very well.
It's got a Castlevania. That's not the one that we played on the worst NES.
Yeah, so the ones that we had to pick from. I'm going to do a rundown, if I can, just very brief what they are. Blazing Lasers, very popular shoot 'em up. R-Type, another very popular shoot 'em up that also appeared on Nintendo systems. Castlevania Rondo of Blood. This is on the TurboGrafx CD system, and it kind of bridges the gap, from my understanding, from the original Castlevanias to the Metroidvania Castlevanias. So I don't know where it falls on the Metroidvania spectrum, but it's somewhere in there, or maybe starts to have hints of it. A lot of people consider it the best Castlevania in that series. I'm not trying to give extra attention to it. It's just the one I know the most about. Bonk's Adventure platform game. It was supposed to be kind of like the TurboGrafx mascot. He's a caveman with a really large head, and he can whack people with his head. Ninja Spirit. I know the least about this. I assume you play a ninja.
Or its spirit.
Yeah. Splatterhouse. You play a guy that looks like Jason. He's got a mask, and it's very gory.
I think I recommended Splatterhouse.
You did. I think it's for the Genesis, because it was on I think one of them was on the Genesis.
I think it got good reviews.
Yeah. Irzonk, another shoot 'em up where you basically play the guy from Bonk's Adventure in some kind of flying vehicle, but you have sunglasses and maybe a mohawk. I don't remember. Dungeon Explorer, top down, sort of like Gauntlet, but with I think it has some RPG elements and can be played multiplayer. Bomberman 94. Bomberman is a long running series. You drop bombs, can be played multiplayer. I don't know if this one has a single player game or not. No idea.
Kind of like a puzzler type.
Sort of.
Anyway.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
It's, So, basic, just, and if I'm wrong on any of these details, it's because I don't know what I'm talking about. But we're going to randomize that. We're going to vote. We're each going to do a vote behind one of these to give it a little better chance in the randomizer, and then we'll see what we're going to end up playing. So, Hilary, do you have one you wanted to vote for?
I was originally going to vote for Bonk's Adventure, since that was kind of like their mascot game. But after listening to the breakdown, I think I'm going to vote for Dungeon Explorer.
All right.
I stole the words right out of my mouth.
You want to do that too?
No, I'm going to vote for Bonks, though. I'd love to play a game that's like Gauntlet Legends, but I'd probably rather just play Gauntlet Legends. But I think if we're going to get the experience of this weird system, we might as well get the mascot.
Yeah.
All right. That's fair. I'm going to pick the Castlevania. I've not played that one. I've heard it's good. I want to try it. I hope the CD version is not significantly more difficult to emulate than the regular games. I haven't heard anything, but probably need a BIOS file or something. I don't know. All right. So we're going to randomize it out of 12. All right. Let's see what we get. So this game was published by Hudson Soft in 1989. It's bright, cheerful, and deceptively intense. It's a world where brute force meets cartoon logic and prehistoric problems are solved head first. We're going to be playing Bonk's Adventure, which might be one of the most recognizable games on that system. So, very cool. I'm excited.
It was their mascot.
It is their mascot. But it's not like as known as like Mario or something, you know what I mean?
Well, because the system's not.
That's true. How do people in Japan feel about Bonk? I don't know. Anyway. All right, so that's what we're going to be playing for next week. Bonk's Adventure on the TurboGrafx 16. I'm excited. I think I played this for about 1 minute before, so we'll get to do a little more than that.
Oh, interesting.
What's that?
It says it's non-linear progression. Player can choose any of the 21 stages and 7 bosses in order after completing 3 stages.
Oh, interesting.
I don't know.
Okay.
That guy looks hilarious, though.
Yeah, he's very...
Apparently it was for the NES as well.
Yeah, they got it on the NES too, yeah. I don't know if that different was.
He looks like Bam Bam. His shirt.
Yeah.
Isn't that what it is?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, from Flintstones?
Yeah.
Yeah, he does kind of.
Head.
Let's see what type of game we're going to be pulling from next time. 20.
Any system.
Oh, this is going to be wide open.
That could be any system.
It could be literally any. I mean, not like a PlayStation 5.
It
we
could
still
be
have to be in our retro.
the refrigerator.
It could be the refrigerator, yeah. If you have,
We just got a digital calendar. Maybe I can play something there.
Try it. Yeah. I mean, we can play Doom on just about it. I know we can play Doom on anything. Anything. Amish people can play Doom on their pitchforks. I don't know how. The Doom. We can just do it. All right. Let's see if we're at a genre. 9?
Shooter.
Like first-person shooter or shoot 'em up or any shooter?
Any.
Just a shoot game?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Some kind of shooter.
007.
I don't know. I guess we're keeping it pretty broad. So there will be bullets or arrows or something flying. Galaga is, yeah, that's out there for something. A few things, apparently. So, all right. Any system has to be a shooter of some kind. We can do this. All right, so that's what we'll be doing next time, and we'll be playing Bonk's Adventure. In the meantime, are you jealous of Riley right now? Are you? He got to have his game covered on our station. You could have your game covered on our station, and all you have to do is look in the show description and join us on our Facebook group or on Discord, or you can email us if you like, the games that you would like to see us play. And then if the randomizer tells us that we need to do a fan pick again, we will randomize that list and we could get your game. You could give us 8,000 games, and then you have a very, very good chance of your game getting picked. Don't do that necessarily.
8,000 games.
But you could theoretically do that. Tell us the games you'd like us to cover. And as long as it falls into the retro area, we'll cover it.
And be specific. Don't just say Final Fantasy.
Yeah, unless you mean Final Fantasy 1, in which case maybe you should say the specific first one. But do you want to torture me? Make me play Madden some year? Whatever. I don't know. Like, do you want us to play? Do you want us to finally play a Final Fantasy? Do you?
I want us to play it.
I do too. I love it. I keep waiting to get the RPG on the randomizer just for almost any system. Hasn't happened. Would you like to help us?
One of our options is also host pick.
Host pick, yeah. Host pick.
Ooh, is it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, but we're not there yet. So, anyway. So, yeah, do that. Also, or just do that because you want to come and say hi and talk about what you're playing. That's fine too. It's all good. Also, follow us, subscribe to us, like us, heart us, star us. High stars, please, if you don't mind. Leave a review if you can, or comment on videos. All these things help. Your words help us. It doesn't matter how many letters you put. You could say, okay, and we got it. That's great. That helps us a lot. So whatever you could do, that would be fantastic. So more people are exposed to us, unfortunately for them. But yeah, please do. Help us out. We'd love that. That's the best way you can support us right now, because we don't have a Patreon or anything. I feel like it'd be very cocky for us to have Patreon right now. So we don't. But help us in other ways. That'd be great. Do you guys have anything else?
Nope.
Yeah? Nope. All right. We will talk to y'all next time. We'll talk about a very large-headed man that is not me. Bye.
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 Raziel didn't have a lower jaw, but did he still have a tongue? Was it just waggling around under his scarf the whole time?